Happy Black Friday, crypto fam. Welcome to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Big news. Bitcoin just surpassed $100,000 in the CME futures. Spot price to follow next. We're so close, literally 2.5% away today. Maybe that big day. I'll be discussing the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as well as breaking news. Putin signs a law recognizing Bitcoin and crypto as property. 'Tis the season. Also, Chinese gaming giant Boya Interactive overtakes Japan's Metaplanet as Asia's largest corporate holder of Bitcoin after converting 49.5 million worth of Ethereum into Bitcoin. Smart move. We'll also be discussing, spot price likely to follow this 100K in the CME futures, as well as Metaplanet raises 62 million for more Bitcoin with the current stash at 1142 BTC, as well as Bitcoin may attract 2 trillion from new 20 trillion money supply in 2025, as well as Bitcoin towards 100,000. Samson now predicts the Omega candle, which is a $100,000 daily candle. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin can reach up to 500,000 within the next 12 to 24 months, according to Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson. I'll be sharing why. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. If you're new to the channel, important to smash the likes and go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell icon. That way you get notified each and every day when I stream. Today is pod episode, let me get an official number here, 1833. I'm your host, JV. It's November 29th, 2024. Bitcoin's a soaring in the green here on Black Friday. We're only 2.5% away from $100,000 on the spot price, and we already achieved 100,000 today for the second time, surpassing $100,000 on the CME futures. So congratulations, everyone. That's a big deal. So yeah, let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. As you can see here, XRP stole the show, up 17.3% on the day, trading above $1.72. We got Bitcoin up 2%, trading above 97.3. BNB pulled back. Ether in the green, Solana in the green, XLM in the green, the majority of the alts in the green. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. We're sitting at a 3.39 trillion market cap. I believe this is the all-time high. I just don't recall it ever being higher. So fantastical. And checking out the Bitcoin market cap, the highest I've ever seen it. Must be a new all-time high. 1.92 trillion, on the cusp of smashing $2 trillion. And as far as volume is concerned, let's see where we're at on the day. 165 billion worth of volume in the past 24 hours. And ironically enough, the Bitcoin dominance has taken a step back. It's currently at 56.87%. Checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours. Algorand leading the pack, up 38%, followed by HBAR up 21%, followed by XRP up 17%. And checking out the crypto bubbles so you can get a visual perspective on the day. Rest in peace, Peanut. Peanut token is up 16% on the day. Wow, our furry little friend. Yeah, whole market is pretty lit up, hence all-time market cap. Common sense. Zooming out on the monthly, big gainers as well. HBAR 250% up, Algo up 240%, XRP up 229%, XLM up 457%. Just massive gainers across the board. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index today, we're extreme greed rated 78. Yesterday 77, last week at 94, and last month at 77. And checking out time chain calendar. We have 177,490 blocks to go into the halving of 2028, and we're currently on block 872,510. You can currently exchange $1 for 1,028 sats, a couple of thousand away. On the spot price, we surpass 100,000, and you're never going to see 1,000 plus sats per dollar ever again. So stack them sats, fam, accordingly. But let's move on to a little technical analysis. We'll also be pulling up some of the live charts. Headline reads, Bitcoin was pronounced dead 415 times now. Now it battles for the coveted 100K. Now, what is Bitcoin riding on, an ant? Go Bitcoin. Now, check this out. Bitcoin is once again battling towards six-figure price tag despite being pronounced dead over 400 times during the past 14 years. Bitcoin was pronounced dead 415 times by the mainstream media sources. Not surprised. With the first publication dating back to October of 2010 when it was trading at 11 cents. Imagine that. I can see Jim Cramer. Bitcoin's dead. Sell it. It's 11 cents. Get rid of it before it goes to zero. Looking at Bitcoin's historic returns, this means that every $100 investment in Bitcoin when it was pronounced dead would have amounted to a total of $101 million, according to data from BitcoinDesk.com. Despite the gloomy predictions, Bitcoin staged 6% recovery from 92 to surpass 97.5, which is precisely where we're at the time of the live. We're 2.5% away from the spot price smashing 100K. Here, looking at a 1-month chart, and I'll be pulling up the live chart here shortly. This comes as a positive signal for the Bitcoin price, as some analysts predicted Bitcoin's current correction may result in a 30% drawdown before resuming its upward battle towards 100 Gs. Bitcoin was just 200 away from reaching 100,000 on November 22nd when it surpassed 99.8 over on Coinbase, which we were watching live on our Pump Watch. However, it's uncertain whether Bitcoin can cross above the 6-figure mark before the end of 2024. Let me rephrase that. It seems very certain we're going to cross 100,000 before the end of the year. We have an entire month. We still got 2 days here in November, before we hit the December. But anyways, co-founder of Ramp Network shared, while reaching 110 for Bitcoin seems inevitable at some point, it's uncertain whether it will happen before the end of the year, as we can expect the market to experience some ups and downs along the way. Thank you, Dr. Captain Obvious. It's going to go up and down along the way. Precisely. Another catalyst for Bitcoin is growing global money supply, which is projected to increase by over 20 trillion by January of 2026. Based on historical analysis, this could attract an additional 2 trillion worth of investment into Bitcoin, which I'll dive deeper into later in the stream. The growing money supply can set up Bitcoin for a cycle top above 132. My personal figure is 124,000 before the end of the year. 132 is not even a challenge as far as a cycle peak, but what do I know? I'm just a podcaster. And for some breaking news, as I mentioned earlier, Bitcoin smashed $100,000 on the CME futures for the second time. Many are anticipating the spot price to likely follow. And here's the proof of work. $100,230 up 2,280. Again, on the CME futures chart. And Putin just signed that law recognizing Bitcoin and crypto as property. Game on. Game theory in full effect. And breaking news, Chinese gaming giant Boya Interactive overtakes Japan's Metaplanet as Asia's largest corporate hodler of the biddy, converting 49.5 million worth of Ethereum into Bitcoin. Smart. That's the smart money. Anyone converting Ethereum into Bitcoin gets it. That's all I'm saying. Now looking at some of the live charts, family, let's pull these mofos up. You should be able to see here live and in the flash Bitcoin looking to test 97.5. You're looking at a 1-hour chart, bullish pennant, sensation, formation, sensibilization, titillization. I'm making up my own words, gentlemen. You can see the blue target sitting at 105. We have a green target sitting at 102, 271. Again, the 1-hour chart brought to you via Coinbase via TradingView. Zooming out, gentlemen. Let's check out the 4-hour chart, bullish pennant formation. Green target, 108. Can you see that happening here in December? Let me know. And zooming out from there, let's take a look at the 1 day. The 1 day chart says we're going up forever, Laura. There may be corrections along the way, but that's only a pit stop. As you can see, big green candle formed yesterday. We're forming another big green candle today. That could easily take us above 100 Gs. Let's go. And zooming out from there, we check out the infamous 1 week candle chart, and there you have it. We're above 97.5. Just like that, less than 2.5% away from 100K. We have that sexy cup and handle target in the red, sitting at $124,000. Remember in the movie The Matrix, Morpheus is teaching Neo, beware, there's always a glitch. And then it was the woman in the red dress. What kind of seems metaphorically this target. Beware of that glitch in the Matrix. But it will happen one way or the other, Neo. You are the chosen one. Keep the comments a-flowing, fam. Let's continue. We just broke down the latest technical analysis. Now let's discuss the futures price action surpassing 100,000 for the second time in 5 days. That's right. On November 30th, Bitcoin futures on the CME. And it's funny, it says November 30th. Is today not the 29th? I believe they meant 29th. It rose to 100,200 for the second time in 7 days after initially hitting the milestone for the first time November 22nd when Bitcoin hit 99.9 in the spot price. Bitcoin spot price is yet to reach 100,000. We're roughly 2% away at the time of the live stream, so you already know. And according to the BC letter, Bitcoin futures open interest at CME surpassed 40,000 contracts prior to November 29th Thanksgiving holiday. And I think Thanksgiving was on the 28th. I think they're a day off on everything in this article, but close enough, right? Trading volume surged in the EU and NY session after the U.S. stock markets were closed on the 28th in observance of Thanksgiving. A strong spot bid can be observed at Coinbase, where the spread of the Coinbase premium between the Bitcoin price and the spot price at Binance exceeded $200, despite the CME Bitcoin future sitting 100,200 and the Bitcoin spot price making an effort to achieve the same result. Consistent selling near the six-figure market continues to hamper the effect. Popular stock trader Horse, what a name, described the 100,000 level as a fortress and said, each time we trade close, I imagine some of the positioning takes early exits at market. And as shown in the chart, Bitcoin price pulls back as it taps into the thick red wall of asks that extend from 99.7 to 100 Gs. And alongside the strong spot bid at Coinbase, the use of leverage at Bybit and Binance reflects traders' desire to push the Bitcoin price over that 100,000 level. $1 million question: when will she break? Let me know. Liquidations in the futures market have also played a role in the November 30th or 29th Bitcoin price action, where roughly 55 million in short positions have been forced closed. Given the robust selling near 100,000, data from CoinGlass suggests the bulls will need to press the Bitcoin price to 99 Gs to trigger the next liquidation cascade that could generate the force needed to take the Bitcoin spot price out above 100,000. So all eyes on 99 Gs right now, family. And we're so close I can taste it. We're less than 1,500 away from 99. 100K in play. A wise man once said. There you go. Next story of the day, we'll be discussing Metaplanet, the Japanese MicroStrategy. Headline here reads, Metaplanet to raise $62 million for more Bitcoin with the current stash at 1,142. BTC. That's right. Japanese investment firm Metaplanet plans to raise over $62 million, which is $9.5 billion Japanese yen, through a stock acquisition plan to purchase more Bitcoin for the treasury, which currently holds 1,142 BITI, worth $109 million. In a November 28 statement, the company said it would issue a 12 stock acquisition rights to the EVO fund, an investment management firm in the Cayman Islands, through a third-party allotment totaling 29,000 units, quoting them here. The majority of the funds raised this time will be strategically allocated for the purchase of additional Bitcoin, according to Metaplanet. We have made it clear we intend to utilize debt and periodic stock issuance to systematically increase our BITI holdings while reducing exposure to a depreciating yen, as they outlined right here with the official announcement. As you can see, timestamp yesterday, November 28th at 5:46 p.m. Metaplanet is noting Bitcoin's prominence continuing to grow after it reached the all-time high of 99.9 on Coinbase November 22nd. Meanwhile, the Japanese yen continues to depreciate, with the USD yen exchange rate returning to the 154 level on the same day, presenting ongoing concerns. Given these circumstances, we recognize the urgent importance of increasing our Bitcoin holdings and have therefore decided to proceed with this fundraising initiative. If approved under Japan's Financial Instruments and Exchange Act, the stock acquisition would run from December 16th to June 16th of next year. And if Metaplanet raises the full $62 million, it can purchase roughly 652 Bitcoin at the current price of roughly 95 Gs, baby. The firm said it is putting its metaverse-related business plans on the back burner, and there is still no prospect of profitability, and has decided to incorporate the purchase and holding of Bitcoin as part of the stated corporate treasury strategy. In October, Metaplanet completed the 11th stock acquisition rights, raising a total of $66 million, which it allocated to purchasing the BITI. The firm first flagged plans to buy Bitcoin in April. Metaplanet's stock price rose 1,366% in the past year and is currently at about $15.60, according to Google Finance. Still, it's still down from the all-time high of 2,500 set on February 22nd of 2013. Damn. That was 11 years ago, too. A growing list of other firms have taken a similar plunge and added Bitcoin to their balance sheet this year. YouTube alternative Rumble, which we're streaming on right now, confirmed plans to buy Bitcoin November 25th, days after its CEO teased the idea on social media. Michael Saylor was one of the first to comment, saying, "I'll show you the way." And also AI firm Genius Group took steps November 18th, purchasing 110 Bitcoin for 10 million, with plans for its reserves to hold up to 90% of Bitcoin in the future. And we also have Semler Scientific said it acquired an additional 215 Bitcoin for 17.7 million in cash between November 6th and the 15th, increasing its total holdings to 1,273. So you already know the institutional FOMO, like a mofo, shall continue as we continue marching towards 100 G's. Next story, let's discuss this $2 trillion inflow prediction, tapping into 20 trillion money supply next year of 2025. Bitcoin is the anteater. It's sucking in the ants. The ants are being the US dollars. All the money is going to flow into the bitty. Bitcoin may attract another $2 trillion of investments in 2025 based on expectations of continued liquidity injections in the world's largest economy. Due to liquidity concerns, the US Fed is projected to increase the global money supply to over 127 trillion during 2025, up from the current 107 trillion, marking a potential 18% increase, according to Real Vision's Jamie Couts. Here you're looking at the Bitcoin projection to 132,000 on the M2 money supply growth. As you can see in this chart, the 20 trillion liquidity injection could be a significant catalyst for the Bitcoin price during 2025, which may attract another 2 trillion worth of investment in the world's first crypto. The 2 trillion may flow into Bitcoin based on historical data, which saw Bitcoin attract about 10% of the newly created money supply. Quoting Jamie here, global M2 bottomed at 94 trillion in the fourth quarter of 2022, has since climbed to 105 trillion. During this period, Bitcoin's market cap 5x, adding 1.5 trillion. In other words, 10% of the new money supply has leaked from the fiat system into the emerging global reserve asset we call Bitcoin. And according to Couts' predictions, the global M2 money supply, which is an estimate of all the cash and short-term bank deposits, is projected to peak on January 26th, 2026. The growing monetary debasement may strengthen institutional Bitcoin adoption due to Bitcoin's 113% annual returns, which have been outperforming traditional investment vehicles. According to Couts, this says it all right here. Look at that. Bitcoin's up 113%. Federal Reserve balance sheet is 8.9%, and the U.S. money supply 6.4%. The growing money supply potential weakness of the U.S. dollar is expected to fuel the Bitcoin 2025 rally, which could see the Bitcoin rise as high. I'm going to throw it out there next year. Dang, it can hit $1 million as high as 150. What kind of bullshit is that? But I digress. Maybe they're being conservative. So be it. Based on the current market sentiment and technical patterns, Bitcoin could reach this bull cycle top during the next 6 to 9 months, according to Ryan Lee, quoting him here. This projection places a potential peak. Gnats, get out of my fly space. You've been warned. This prediction places a potential peak between late 2024 and mid 2025. Price target predictions vary significantly, but some analysts have mentioned the possibility of Bitcoin reaching 119,000, even climbing as high as 130 to 150,000 by late 2025. Others see this as a conservative estimate of Bitcoin's potential. Notably, asset management giant Van Eck predicted an over 180,000 Bitcoin price during the next 18 months, driven by growing market optimism thanks to the Trump presidential victory. Trump pump in play. So yeah, Bitcoin's roughly only 2% away from 100K at the time of the live. A potential move would also liquidate 1 billion worth of cumulative leverage short positions. Let's liquidate those mofos. What do you say, bros? Let me know. Next headline, Bitcoin towards 100 G's. Samson Mao predicts the Omega candle ever send it. As Bitcoin approaches the monumental 100K mark, the crypto world is abuzz with anticipation. I think one of those gnats flew right into my nose because now my nose is itchy. In an exclusive interview, Samson Mao, leading Bitcoin advocate and CEO of Jan3, offers a bold outlook on what this benchmark means and what lies ahead. And according to Mao, crossing 100,000 is more than just a milestone. It's a launch pad for the exponential growth. Quoting Samson, post 100,000, that's when things start to heat up and accelerate. He explains that Bitcoin's growth trajectory could shift dramatically, with price movements jumping from thousands to tens of thousands of dollars daily. Quoting him here, you'll start to go up by $10,000 a day or drop by $10,000 a day. And this is the God candle. After that, we'll start to see Omega candles, which are 100,000 increments daily. Mao Mao also highlights the global factors driving the Bitcoin rise, including the erosion of trust in traditional financial systems. He describes hyper-Bitcoinization as a scenario where Bitcoin replaces fiat currencies entirely. Quoting him again, "It's the point at which we no longer need to convert Bitcoin back to fiat currencies like the dollar or the yen. Most importantly, everyone only wants Bitcoin." He connects this shift to the systemic issues like spiraling global debt. The US debt is spiraling out of control. We're at 36 trillion right now. Back when your grandparents were going out to party, they were paying 15 cents for a hamburger. But now you're 36 trillion in debt. Institutional players like MicroStrategy and the spot Bitcoin ETF buyers also the key drivers, according to Mao. MicroStrategy adds gasoline on the fire by creating this Bitcoin reactor, which they can then incorporate debt and equity and convert that to Bitcoin price at a much higher multiple for the future. What will Bitcoin's next stop mean for the financial world? Well, you let me know your thoughts. You already know I covered, I think, 2 podcast episodes ago, one of the recent interviews as well from Samson, and he ultimately believes that Bitcoin will hit $1 million, going up by a factor of 10x in the year 2025. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Now for our feature story of the day. Bitcoin can reach $500,000 within the next 12 to 24 months, according to the Cardano founder, Charles Hoskinson. That's right. The founder of Cardano, ADA. Charles Hoskinson is leaning bullish on the biddy. Hoskinson says Bitcoin can skyrocket up to 436% from the current level within 2 years. And according to him, Bitcoin's surge will be fueled by growing demand. Quoting him here, "It is my belief that Bitcoin is going to go to $250,000 to $500,000 within the next 12 to 24 months because of the investment inflows and the great interest that has been achieved. This will translate to an ecosystem whose value is starting to approach that of gold, an asset humans have used as a store of value for over 5,000 years. Simply put, Bitcoin is the store of value for the internet, and it will remain in that role for the foreseeable future." Preach. The Cardano founder says the government and the decentralized finance, DeFi, on the biddy can serve as the catalyst of the demand for the biddy. Quoting him again, "It basically means that you can create a DeFi layer for Bitcoin and pay transaction fees in Bitcoin with the Taproot upgrade. Bitcoin went from a sleeping giant, never to awaken an innovation coma, to an awakened giant that is 4 times the size of Solana and Ethereum combined." Reality is that should these floodgates open, it is my belief that DeFi and the Bitcoin ecosystem will eclipse DeFi and in all ecosystems in the crypto industry within 24 to 36 months. And that's just because of the scale and liquidity. As good as Ethereum can be, and Solana can be, and Cardano can be, let's be intellectually honest about this. Governments are talking about a strategic reserve of Bitcoin and Bitcoin alone. It's their entry point. Preach. Bitcoin's Taproot upgrade, which was designed to enhance the crypto assets' smart contract capabilities and efficiency, was activated in November of 2021. And some would say anything you can do with smart contracts on Ether and all these other platforms can be done on Bitcoin. That's right. And there's a reason governments around the world are all embracing the biddy. There's a reason institutions all around the world are embracing the biddy. It's going up forever, Laura. Bitcoin's already achieved the escape velocity, as I quoted from Dan Moorhead, Pantera CEO, billionaire venture capitalist. They have a fund, the earliest adopter of Bitcoin, up a tremendous amount. So you already know. Game on. And welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. Let me know your thoughts regarding Bitcoin smashing 500 Gs within the next year in 2025. Holla at your boy and let's convert this mofo into a pump watch if that's what you want. Do you want to just look at my pretty face over the next hour, or do you want to watch the charts and kick it and play some new music? Because I got a brand new music video never shared before. It's lit. I can't wait to see it myself. New track. So we're about to play that track here in a New York moment. Let me just sip more of this ginger. Let's we'll play the music video and then we'll pull up the charts. Brand new music video incoming. We're just going to keep the stream running on X, Rumble, and YouTube versus doing an uncensored version of the pod. Who knows? Maybe we hit 100,000 today. You never know, gentlemen. Some things you just never know. Brand new music video, and then we're going to do a pump watch. Brand new music video for the new track Chandy created called Roll On. Made a brand new music video. Make sure to subscribe to her channel. It's Chandy 10-music, #1 Bitcoin music channel, hands down. Make sure you're following her on X.
I love it when you pop it like that. Come on, pump. Stacking here alone, I'm looking back on where I've roamed and laughing how I won while watching fiat burn and learn. Save my family, save my heart. I devoted my fingers to the bitty bind, wearing down the charts, and no stone on earth mattered like I needed Bitcoin, and I was having a good time. Roll on, roller coaster. We're one day older and one step closer. Roll on, there's blocks to mine. Roll on, we're on Satoshi's time. Roll on, roller coaster. Roll on tonight, roll on tonight. Yeah, money, yeah, perfect money. Perfection, going against the fiat direction. I wanted this, and now it's here. I got no complex, I'm crystal clear, and I swear that time's a trick. It disappears and oh so quick. Man, I was just a zero coiner. Now I'm at the rocket station, whole coin holding, so stimulating, but I'm having a good time. Blast off. Roll on, roller coaster. We're one day older and one step closer. Roll on, there's blocks to mine. Roll on, we're on Satoshi's time. Roll on, roller coaster. Roll on tonight. And I know it's hard to see with the FUD in your eyes, but one day you're gonna say I saw the light. And now heading for the hill, and I just cannot wait until my children grow up to have children of their own. And I'll be telling them about the times I turned the dollar into a Bitcoin fortune, and how I stood against an army all alone, drinking wine and staying high, and realized it couldn't last, and how I turned myself around and went down another path, and the signs we must observe when life changes do occur. God gives us what we need, His blessings. Your story's yours, mine is mine, both are true. But for me, God gave me Satoshi, and now I feel hope alive, a reason to thrive. Because I have Bitcoin, God is surely alive. It's all love, these are good times. Let's raise a glass and make it shine. Roll on, roller coaster. We're one day older and one step closer. Roll on, there's blocks to mine. Roll on, we're on Satoshi's time. Roll on, roller coaster. Roll on tonight. Roll on, roller coaster.